Mr. Johnson's proposed New Deal that proposes new borders should be able to win a pretty solid majority if they put it to a vote in the House of Commons. So there is still fears of disrupting the Good Friday Agreement. So I think this is going to fall flat. Despite that, we have less than 4 weeks for the Brexit, and if there's no other options, an extension should be agreed. Now, on the other side, dollar was falling yesterday because we've received another ISM non-manufacturing that is way below our expectations, near the 50 contraction level. Plus, it really increases now fears of a potential recession. There might be another Fed cut, and probably this is going to affect also the numbers for the NFP, which is due today. Starting with pound dollar. Let's go on the 4 hours just to have to zoom out a bit, to have a better view. We've ended wave 5 up here, intermediate 5, and it looks like we've ended the correction, ABC intermediate here. And now we're looking for wave 1, 2, then 3, 4, and 5. Now, whether this is going to be the case, of course, it really depends on many variables, which includes what's happening around Brexit pretty much. And in the shorter term, though, that really depends on the NFP for the day, okay? Because we have the pound. Indeed, bulls made an attempt to break higher. We are looking at this potentially being a legit break, but we still trade at levels that don't validate this bullish move. We have very good indications by the RSI and the MACD, but we are in the short time frame, so they're not as accurate as they would be on the daily time frame. Nevertheless, what we're looking at now, we want to see prices really having ended this wave C here, which is at the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement, 1.2195, a tad below that 122 around level as well. So we've had this move, and we're expecting now prices to move higher. Now, we want to see a very good break of the A low, and then the B high, and then, of course, the 125.88 in order to validate wave 3, then 4 and 5, okay, in the medium term. Now, in the shorter term, what we want to see really is we want to see prices, 1 second, let's go back on the 1 hour. We really want to see prices remain above this trend line, okay, with any sort of potential bounces leading to further upside moves. If, of course, there is some sort of bearish move to the downside, we really want to see the 21.95 either holding for further upside moves, or if it fails, we could see prices going to lower levels, maybe even to 120 or so, with invalidation of the bulls being the 119.56. Now, since we have NFP today, I want to also look at dollar against the Swiss franc. Let's zoom out a little bit on the 4 hours chart. Okay, so we are looking at a correction ABC here, and we've had the first primary wave. Second is due to complete or completed, and we're looking at really 3, 4, and then 5 of these bearish moves. So medium and longer term, we are bearish. I am bearish on dollar Swiss franc. Now, if we go down on the 2 hour chart, just to zoom in a little bit, what we can see is that we've ended this 5 intermediate move to the downside, and this is a correction with ABC, which is a bit more complex than we expected, okay? And since we have had this ABC, okay, we could get another ABC over here. So I wouldn't be surprised if I see that becoming maybe more complex pattern, so with another move to the downside near 0.985, and then another move up to 1 or so, and then start looking for sales. Or it might have actually just ended right at the Fibonacci ratio, okay, which is where we currently trade at above one at 1.0017. Okay, this could be the level that we could be seeing prices turning to the downside. Now, down on the 1 hour, we do indeed see some very good signals on the RSI and MACD as well, okay, which means that this move indeed could have ended around that level, and we could potentially see that prices now start moving lower. We want to see the break of this trend line to start validating the bearish move, okay, with, of course, extra validations being around the retest of that level, where we could see prices start heading lower to 96.60, and then, of course, create fresh lows for 2019, if not mistaken, below that level. Yes, that's the 2019 low. So I want to thank you for being here for another day. Don't forget, we have a webinar, live webinar for the NFP today. If you want to join, feel free to visit our blog, is where you can find all the relative information, and looking forward to see you there.